Hello everyone, and welcome to Steins Gate, My Darling's Embrace. I'm G, and this is a very different game from Steins Gate. You know, the first one. And I actually don't really know anything about this, aside from the fact that it's supposed to be some sort of romantic comedy. And, set, I think, in the Delta tractor field? I don't know exactly. But, what I do know is that Valentine's Day is coming up, so between this and Linear Bound into Phenogram, which if you didn't know is the other Steins Gate side story, I decided to do this one first. We'll be doing both of those before moving on to... No, you go back to the menu. We'll be doing both of those before going on to Steins Gate 0, but for the time being, it is time to begin. Maybe this won't be quite as emotionally devastating and or traumatizing, and we won't all need therapy afterwards. Ha ha ha! Anyways, let us begin. Everything is coincidence. But even coincidence is part of fate's design. I'm not losing it. I'm perfectly sane. What I speak now is the absolute truth, not some childish fantasy. No matter how trivial something may seem, it has the potential to shape the future. Have you heard of the butterfly effect? If not, look it up. Then you'll understand how careful you must be. Unfortunately, I didn't understand. If I had realized my own foolishness, the situation would never have happened. This crescent would not exist. But how could I have known? There's no way I could have known, at that moment, that I held an important switch in my hand. A turning point that would decide both my own fate and that of those around me. Just think about it. The average human perceives just 1% of his environment. We're not nearly as clever as we like to think. We go about our lives oblivious to a million different things that happen around us every day. Even when something catches our eye, our brain forgets it a moment later. I want to tell the me back then, don't do anything careless. Don't do anything rash. Don't pretend you don't see it. Pay more attention. The goddess called fate is far more capricious than you believe, forever ensnaring you with her threads for sport. Our time slowly ticks away from the moment of our birth to the moment of our death. It is finite. Yet time itself does not flow from the past to the future. It simply exists supernaturally in the now. It is infinite. The wise men of old understood that the greatest wisdom was oft spoke by those who didn't understand their own genius. He who knows that he is wise may drown in his own wisdom, but he who does not will stay away from the water because he can't swim. Taking the known as known and the unknown as unknown, this is true understanding. Accepting the unknown as the unknown is the first step towards God. But in this case, by unknown... oh, that's not me. Hey, Mayuri, can you use these paper cups? Sure, I guess so. Oh, this is probably Daru, come to think of it. Here, I got you the snacks you were talking about. This is what you wanted, right? My mom... I don't know who these people are! God damn it. My mom told me to bring this. Oh, fried chicken, it looks so good! That's definitely Mayuri. Oh, that's Ferris. Hey, can I ask you something, yeah? Huh? Did you put this bottle in the refrigerator, yeah? Oh, okay. By unknown, I refer to things I don't understand rather than those I'm unaware of. Hey, what are you muttering about? Though I hold my cell phone by my right ear, nobody's on the other line. No noise emanates from the speaker. It's completely silent. A stark contrast to the hustle and bustle filling the room. A single drop of sweat rolls down my chin and falls onto the floor. Ocarine, come on, tell me! A girl stands before me. She's talking to me with her head tilted. Our faith exhibits the sort of pure innocence you would expect of a junior high student. The sort that you would feel no anxiety even if you were about to enter enemy territory. Was that Mayuri? Oh yes, that was Mayuri.
What do you mean by things you don't understand?
Is that so? I thought as much. This is more of the organization's handiwork. What's done is done. This too may be the will of Steins Gate. L. Psi. Congru. I lowered my cell phone and looked around the room to get a better grasp of the situation. But the questions only multiplied.
Green, have you forgotten about Mayushi? About me?
Not to worry, you are Sheena Mayuri. The hostage of infamous mad scientist and founder of the Future Gadget Laboratory, Hoin Kyoma. I remember you clearly.
Phew, I was worried you'd forgotten me.
Right, this high schooler who looks like a middle schooler is Sheena Mayuri. She's a member of this laboratory, Lab Mem 002 to be precise, and my childhood friend. I could never forget her. Now what I'm talking about has nothing to do with forgetfulness. I just don't understand any of this. What's going on, Mayushi? Something wrong?
Well, Green's acting a bit weird. I was just making sure he's okay.
Oh, Green's acting weird? That's hardly worth being worried about. Mayuri, isn't he always weird? Wait. No, that was Kurisu! Oh no! Yeah, I agree with Makisashi. No Green who isn't weird isn't no Green at all. This man who makes all those around him uncomfortable, and who has been occupying my focus for some time now, is Hashida Itaru, also known as Daru. Not only is he an extraordinary super hacker, he's also the right arm of Hoin Kyoma. And...
Anyway, Okabe, since you're the one who started all this, you should help us out instead of staring off into space.
Hey, Christina, how many times do I need to tell you? Listen well, I'm not Okabe Rintaro, I'm the mad scientist Hoin Kyoma, as I've told you time and time again.
And I've told you just as many times not to call me Christina.
Oh, then what should I call you? The Zombie, Celeb Sev, or should I simply call you my assistant?
How about my name?
Christina it is, then.
I told you my name is Makise Kurisu.
Always get so caught up in the details, Christina. She responded only with a glare. It's so easy to make her mad. But since there's no telling how she might exact her revenge, I should stop before things get out of hand. Nothing is as scary as a woman with vengeance on her mind. So? Huh? Don't harm me! Look at the genius neuroscientist Miss Makise Kurisu, who graduated from an American college at the age of 17 and has been featured in international science journals and want my help with. Cool exposition, Otsu.
How could you make that list of accomplishments sound like insults?
I merely spoke the truth. That's right, everything I said was true. In spite of her age, this girl is a world-renowned neuroscientist. This summer she came to me begging for a chance to be my disciple, so I took her in as Lab Mem 004. Yet this is what I get. While this sort of behavior may fly in other countries, she needs to know that Japan doesn't take these things so lightly. Fortunately for her, Hoin Kyoma is not bothered by such petty things. I will allow this indignity to slide without comment. Allow me to make it perfectly clear that my silence is not due to the terror this woman instills in me. I will ask you just once more, what is going on?
Seriously?
I look around the room.
You have a microwave in here, yeah? Oh, I'm pretty sure they do. He did, but Ocarine broke it. Oh, that makes sense. Where should I put this?
Clutter and technology covers every free surface in this tiny room, as if to drive home the point that we're in a laboratory. Yet somehow, people were bustling about in this cramped space. What does this mean?
Like I said, you started all this.
Like I said, what on earth do you mean?
Like I said! You're the one who said we should throw a party to celebrate the launch of our new gadget.
Like I've said over and over again. What? A new gadget? Did you just say we made a new gadget? Bingo. Your gadget numbers 9 through 11 following the invention of the phone wave change. What do you mean? We've got 3 of them? Yeah? You're the one who told us to make as many as possible, Ocarine. I see. So that's what happened. Daru and Kurisu's explanations have brought the truth to light. In summation, I asked them to make new gadgets, and now we're celebrating our successes. The only problem is, I don't recall any of it. I've given them this order subconsciously. Or could this too be the organization's doing? No, that's not it. In that case... Daru, can I ask you something? But I refuse. A clear refusal. To the untrained eye, that is, Daru's constant use of net slang is like a conditioned reflex, even when it obscures his true response. So I ignore him and ask anyway. I understand now that we're having a party. But why are these people in our lab? I point at the people moving about the room. If it's a laboratory party, only lab members should be invited. Including myself, there are 8 people here. As far as I can remember, our laboratory only had 6 members. Or at least, as of 5 minutes ago. Following that logic, we have 2 non-lab member interlopers in the room with us. What do you mean, why? They're lab mems, SMH. Lab mems? You mean all of them? That's what he said. Something wrong with that? Not at all. Now I get it. Creation of new gadgets. A party. New lab mems. None of which I remember. This could only mean... Hey, Makusushi. Maybe she's right. Ocarina is acting a bit weirder than usual today. Yeah, you're right. With this much of evidence, there's no room for doubt. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. Mwahaha! It seems the experiment was successful. Experiment? Experiment? Hey, don't tell me you... You have a keen mind, Christina. I looked around the room and raised my voice so that everyone could hear me. That's alright! I was conducting a D-mail experiment. And this time, I'm confident in my findings. I, Hououin Kyouma, hereby declare, D-mail has the power to change the past. Well, that was certainly something. Entropy, the Origins Rumble. This is turning out to have a very different tone from original Steins Gate. Goddamn, even the early stuff. Alrighty. It all started with the invention of Future Gadget number 8, aka the phone wave name so to change. The Future Gadget Laboratory was founded by the mad scientist Hououin Kyouma with the stated intention of making future gadgets. The reason I say stated is because gadget invention is merely a stepping stone on the path to our real goal. The goal is to destroy the hierarchy of our society and bring chaos to this world. Inventing gadgets is simply a means to an end. But in the process, we stumbled upon an unbelievable invention. The phone waveform did change. At first, it was merely a microwave connected to a cell phone so that it could be controlled from afar. But a few days ago, we discovered an unintended side effect. That side effect is the surprising ability to send emails to the past. But do not think that these are any mere emails. Sending a message to the past allows you to interfere with events that have come to pass. For example, you could send your past self jackpot-winning lottery numbers. Should the past you receive that number and purchase a winning ticket, well... how about that? You see now how earth-shaking this discovery is now, right? What's that? You say this is all in my head? This is why it's difficult to converse with the willfully normal, though I suppose it's natural to have doubts. Even I doubted at first. However, it all happened as I said, and that's the truth. Nothing is more absolute than truth. With that in mind, we'd been conducting experiments over the last few days. And today we finally have our answer. As we thought, D-Mail has the power to change the past. Though we'd experimented countless times, we never found any conclusive evidence. But this time's different. The situation I'm in right now is entirely due to the D-Mail I sent my past self. The world has been changed. Ha 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 ha! We've just achieved a revolutionary breakthrough. How's that? So shocked you can't respond? Our invention will reshape the history of mankind. I'm sure that my bold declaration has rendered everyone speechless. Do we need anything else? Speech. Do we have chopsticks, Nya? Right here. Hey, think we should have bananas for dessert? These accursed barbarians! How pitiful that their feeble brains are unable to comprehend the announcement of the invention of the century. Hey. Yes? Just as I thought, my story has her hooked. Of course she is. She did just give a lecture about time machines at Radicon a week ago. There's no way she isn't interested. Is what you just said true? You'll have to be more specific. About your experiments and that you changed the past. Of course. You have any evidence? What I experienced. And what, pray tell, did you experience? You want me to tell you? I am asking. Then ask me politely. Something along the lines of, please, Mr. Hoween Kyoma, might just convince me to reveal my secrets. Hey, Mayuri, do you think we should start putting the plates out? Please listen to me. That's what you should have started with. You're weak, Ocarine. What humiliation! But I must be patient. Only then will I be able to reveal to them how truly great I am. And when I do, even my assistant will be in awe by my genius. I told my assistant Handaru what I had been up to for the last couple of days. In exchange, the two of them agreed to tell me more about our current situation. Doing so allowed me a slightly firmer grasp on the world as it currently stood. I see. Oh wait. I see. It seems that there are a number of similarities between the past before and after you interfered, as it stands now. Right, and reality has been changed accordingly. Once we discovered D-Mail, we conducted an experiment, aka Operation Urd, to study how D-Mails worked. Though all things considered, things haven't really changed that much. The primary difference is that I suspended the experiment to focus on creating new gadgets. And of course that now we have 8 lab members here instead of 6. Those are the only differences. That's strange. What's strange? Think about it. That power of yours. What was it called again? Something? For a genius girl, you don't have much of a memory, Christina. I should tell you again, so listen closely. I have the power to bear witness to fluctuations in the world. This power is known as Reading Steiner. Please tell me we can do something about that name. Nope. Why? Because Yeah, because it is the choice of Steins Gate.
That makes no sense.
This is why I'll never ascend beyond the level of assistant. Changing a single event with the email has a ripple effect that changes events that occur afterwards. As evidenced by Kurisu's behavior up to this point, memories from the world before the change are erased. Because to the majority of the world, those memories are of events that never happened. One cannot have memories of something that never happened. That would be the natural conclusion to draw. Of course, I exist in the new Altered now, too, but it seems I alone have the ability to remember events from before the world was changed. That is my special ability, Reading Steiner, a gift from God that I alone possess. The downside is that I don't know exactly how the email has changed the world when I enter a new reality.
Well, whatever. So what'd you send?
What?
You must have sent a D-mail to the past, right? I'm asking you what kind of message you sent a few days back in time.
I don't know.
Huh?
Bruce choked out a horrified gasp.
Hey, what do you mean you don't know?
For you, my faithful assistant, I shall explain. Listen well, Christina. In order to verify a hypothesis, one must run a multitude of tests. So many that it could make your head spin.
So in short, you sent so many D-mails that you're not even sure what you sent.
Not at all. The truth is that during the experiments, my right arm took on a life of its own and... God, not again!
Shut up! If you're gonna call yourself a mad scientist, at least keep track of your experiments, you weird tunibyo.
Such arrogance for a mere assistant. But letting my anger show would be immature. I immediately take out my phone and put it up to my ear. Not to worry, everything's fine. This is merely another test placed before me. This is not a problem. It is nothing. That's right. Everything is the choice of Steins Gate. El Sai Konguru.
I put the phone away, only to find Mayuri standing right beside me.
Hey, Ocarine!
Come on, Mayuri. How many times do I have to tell you that my name is Hoin Kyoma?
Ocarine is Ocarine!
Some battles cannot be won. I've been telling her for 5 years now, but she still doesn't get it. I can't say I like being called Ocarine, but I guess I'll let her get away from it for now. So what do you need, Mayuri?
Huh?
I have no time for huns. You've got something you want to talk to me about, right?
Alright. Well. Oh, now I remember. I can tell you that it's ready.
Ready?
Party, I mean. Everything's prepared.
Oh. As I looked around, I saw everyone who was once busy setting things up staring at me. Now that I think about it, everyone gathered together today for some reason. I may not remember what, but I have no choice but to rise to the occasion. In a single grand motion that left my lab coat fluttering, I made my declaration. All right, let our 89th Round Table Conference commence. And in a few minutes, the world was in chaos. Or at least the laboratory.
Hey, you're the genius Makise Kurisu, right? What? Well, I don't know about the genius part. Why would someone like you join this lab? I ask myself that every day.
Fried chicken your mom made is so good, Rika-kun.
She'll be happy to hear you liked it.
Yamaoka-san, try some.
Oh.
Super good, right?
Yeah.
Phase 10, can I ask you a favor?
Yeah.
I'd like to request your special move. Mixy mix gaze, please.
Oh, man, I'm May Queen today, so I reject your request, yeah.
I'll do anything.
Nope.
What is wrong with all of you? This sort of chaos is an affront to our storied roundtable conference. This should be an important meeting that determines the direction of our lab. How could they take it so lightly?
What's wrong, Ocarine?
What is?
This isn't a round table conference.
Roundable.
This isn't a roundable conference. It's a banquet.
It's round table, not roundable. But even if I correct her, Mayuri won't remember. I'll just pretend she said it right.
That's why we're not going to talk about complicated things today.
That was the plan. In fact, you were the one who came up with the party idea in the first place, Ocarine.
How on earth would I say something like that? Even if I did say it, it's a mystery as to why. Nonetheless, we should quiet down before Mr. Brown comes in here to yell at us. That seems like a good enough excuse. The Future Gadget Laboratory is located just outside of Akihabara on the second floor of an old two-story building. Mr. Brown is the grumpy old owner of the Brown Tube Workshop on the first floor. He's dedicated his life to CRT TVs, though it's hard to imagine much demand for his services in this day and age. Still, in spite of Mr. Brown's grumpiness, he incites no fear in a man of as many hidden talents as myself. I'd really rather not incite his anger without good reason. Especially because Mr. Brown is also the owner of the Ohiyama building. This building. Fortunately, my overflowing charisma convinced him to rent us an entire floor's worth of space for next to nothing. Mr. Brown truly has an eye for greatness, though that's not to say he can't be fickle. Long story short, I'd rather not cause a ruckus that makes him angry and causes him to storm in here raising our rent. As I may or may not have received several threats of this nature before. Yeah, making noise is not a good idea.
Boss isn't here right now, so we should be fine.
What? Is that true?
Yep, he said he was leaving the shop to me and left me right after.
The girl with braided hair said this as she picked up a snack and popped it into her mouth. This girl with braided hair, Amane Suzuha, is a part-time warrior hired by the Brown Tube Workshop. If she says he's gone, then maybe there's nothing to worry about. By the way, part-time warrior, what are you doing here?
What am I doing? It's a party, right? I'm also at, what was it? Rubberman?
You mean a lab mem?
Yeah, right. I'm also a lab mem.
Oh, right. I just remembered.
Just remembered? You're the one who told me to join. Said, from today forth, you are lab member 008.
Right, that did happen. I see, so she's our 8th member. Well, I don't remember why I let her in, but this is yet another choice made by Steins Gate. I may hardly know this girl, but I have to believe that I will. At times, benevolence is necessary in the pursuit of bringing chaos upon the world. So, I want you to answer my question. What are you doing here?
Like I said, I'm attending this meeting as a lab mem.
It's not what I meant. Your boss left his shop in your care, correct?
Correct.
Then isn't it a problem that you're hanging out here?
Not at all. The store's closed for today.
What?
If you left the store to me, I can close early if I want to, right?
Impossible! I began shaking from the sheer shock of what I was hearing. So this is what the generation younger than us is like! Mr. Brown, I'm afraid that I've misjudged your so-called eye for greatness.
Oh, everything's taken care of. So we're gonna go.
I am having difficulty with my Yuri, apparently.
So, everything's taken care of. So, we are going to party and have fun.
Okay, maybe that line just didn't make sense at all.
Okay, Okain?
Well, if that's the case, I won't object. In reality, I had a number of objections, but I guess it is sometimes important to provide your subordinates with breaks.
Okay, now that's all cleared up, let's start fresh with a toast, nya. Everyone ready your cups, nya?
Wait, I should be the one to.
Cheers!
Cheers! The one who founded the lab should be the one to make the toast.
Yeah, something wrong, Kyoma?
No, nothing in particular. I can show everyone kindness for a day. Owing Kyoma is not a man to be bothered over such insignificant matters. And this Ferris girl.
You're acting a little weird, nya.
Not at all, I'm being my usual self.
Huh, don't tell me it's...
What?
There's no need to hide it, nya. Your wound from the Grand Crusade.
Wound? What are you talking about? Such a minor wound wouldn't...
It's a lie, nya. You can't fool me. Let me take a look, nya.
Leave me be.
Kyoma.
Don't touch me.
You really did it. You used the Sealed Arcana to help me and everyone else.
What is she even talking about? First of all, I've never heard of this Grand Crusade. Paris is the most popular girl at the maid cafe Make Me Nyan Nyan, where Mayuri also works. Daru is a big fan of hers, but I'm not great at following all the imaginary things she makes up. She always steals my stories and adds her own settings onto them and makes them even more impenetrable. I call this technique dubbing 10. It's truly terrifying. If I were to go along with her stories, people around me would begin assuming that I'm delusional. And allow me to make one thing clear, the things I say are not the ramblings of delusion. I speak the truth. I will not abide being lumped in with her. In fact, I should probably change the subject before she gets too carried away. Now that I think about it, Ferris, you're a lab member too.
That's right, yeah. After struggling to collect the 7 keys of the Guardian and signing the ancient pact that serves the darkness, I was accepted as lab member 007, yeah.
It's like I just hear a buzzing sound. Anyway, tell me, why did you join the laboratory in the first place?
Because, yeah.
Because?
I joined this lab to enact my vengeance upon the cursed Golden Dusk who kidnapped my little sister and...
Yes, I understand completely.
Wait, Kyoma, I haven't finished my story yet, yeah.
I can waste no more time on Ferris. As I turn my back to her, my eyes met those of the person who stood right in front of me.
Oh, Okabe-san.
Ah, Rukako. Urishibara Ruka. My disciple in the same grade as Mayuri, and lab member 006. Probably. At a glance, Ruka seems like the ideal Japanese woman, beautiful and elegant. However, he's a guy. While preparing for the party, Ruka was working more quickly and efficiently than anyone else. But he's a guy. No, wait. Took a close look at Rukako's face.
Okabe-san?
I am not Okabe!
I'm sorry, Kyoma-san.
He doesn't look any different. A few hours before I changed the past using a D-mail, Rukako made a surprising confession that it was his dream to be a girl. While it seemed an impossible feat, even with a time machine, we sent a message to his mother's pager.
Is something wrong? Do I have something on my face?
I'm receiving mail! I've got mail! Shining Finger. Bob Banquet.
You sure it was okay for me to be there?
Mocha. I don't have the opportunity to respond to that, so I guess we're just here now. Rukako, can I ask you something?
Yes, what is it?
Do you remember sending a message to your mother's pager?
Sending a message to my mom? No.
So you didn't send her anything?
No, she doesn't have a pager anyway.
I see. So there we are. I thought he might have, but perhaps I was overthinking things. Nothing seems to have changed about Rukako. I'm relieved, but also kind of sad. Oh my god, Moeka again. It was okay, right?
I'm also a lab mem after all.
That's not Moeka's voice.
I'm also a lab mem after all. Sorry, I'm just not used to these kinds of situations, so I get nervous.
Moeka. Oh, Moeka. You silly.
I'm sorry, Kyoma-san.
Are you sorry?
Because you seem disappointed.
He's just as emotionally intuitive as ever. But he's a guy.
Monoka, don't bully Ruka-kun. Mayuri-chan, he's not bullying me.
Right, Mayuri. Besides, Ruka's my disciple. We have an agreement in place for things like this. And I've got more mail. From Moeka.
So what kind of gadget is it anyway? I haven't actually heard anything about it. Fill me in.
Moeka.
For things like this?
You're certainly into some interesting stuff, Ocarine. I'll have to watch my back from now on.
Okabe, you...
You idiots! That's not what I meant!
Oh, that's a shame.
Huh? Huh?
Huh? No, did I just say something weird? What's going on? Why'd you say it, Ruka-kun? Nothing, it was nothing. Really?
Really? Well, I'll just pretend I didn't hear anything. And actually... Hey, Shining Finger.
You
If you've got something on your mind, just say it. Stop messaging me when I'm right in front of you.
I'm sorry. I'm not good at talking to people.
Shining Finger, so named for her unbelievably fast messaging skills, a title I bestowed upon her. Her real name is Kiryumoka or something. She works at an editing company in Akihabara called Arc Rewrite. I made her lab member 005 to swear her to secrecy when she found out about D-mail a few days ago. But now that the past has changed, I can't be sure about how she became a lab mem. I'm sure that will reveal itself later, unless it doesn't. It's not a major concern right now.
Oh, Okabe-kun.
I'm telling you, I'm Ho-Wing Kyoma, and you shall refer to me as such. I swear, it's so hard to find good help.
Okabe-kun, about we were discussing earlier.
Yeah. Is this it? They all think so lightly of me? Then I have no choice but to show them the true terror of... Huh? Oh boy, another one.
I'm really interested in the new gadget. Can you please tell me what it is?
Mocha. My vengeful enthusiasm wanes. I don't think that sort of approach would work on her anyway. You wanna know about the new gadgets?
Yeah. Yeah, are you really revealing the new gadgets? Yeah.
Oh, so you're curious too, Ferris?
I did go through a lot in order to be here, yeah.
Went through a lot? What's wrong? Are you okay, Ferris? What'd you have to go through?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it, yeah.
Really? Well, if you ever need a helping hand, you can always call on me.
Thanks, but it's nothing, really. Don't worry about it, yeah.
It was strange. In an Arrowgale line like that would usually trigger a Daru-kun, you're so sweet flag or something. Daru now might not be the best for Arrowgale logic. Gracious. We can all hear you.
Yeah, anyway.
Anyway.
Anyway, get to the gadgets. I want to hear about them too. The ones you made. Okay. Kyoma-san.
Everyone in the lab is looking at me. I see that you all now finally understand the significance of being lab mems. Listen closely. The new gadgets, There. Daru, explain. Why aren't you doing it yourself? I told you my memory has been altered by my D-mail experiments. Gotcha. I wish I could explain, but I have no damn clue what kind of gadgets we made. What kinds of gadgets I made. Only you would go through all that showboating only to admit you didn't remember, Ocarine.
Huh? Okabe-san, did you lose your memory? That can't be right, Okaka-kun. He's got, what was it? Eating.
The Reading Steiner.
Right, the strainer. It's such a mouthful.
Meishi, did you say it's such a mouthful one more time?
Such a mouthful?
Say it a little more like you want it.
Stop it, you pervert. It's such a mouthful.
You stop that too.
That's wrong, yeah? You have to say it like you're kind of shy.
You're just as bad as he is. Hey, what are they even talking about?
Oh no.
This isn't good. This is the lab crew I assembled, but there's so little synergy I can't get a word in edgewise. If you please, Daru, explain the new gadgets to them. Hopefully loudness is enough to get us back on track. Great, my bad. Right, so... He got a couple of cardboard boxes from the curtained-off development room and put them on the table. And I think that is a pretty good place to cut it. We have begun a new Steins Gate adventure. We have apparently D-mailed here, wherever this is. But at the same time, this is not triggered turn, which is something. I don't know. But either way, I'm really excited to see where this goes. I'm really hoping that this is all, fun, cutesy, and not super awkward, which it definitely might be if Daru's involved. But, I guess we'll see.
But either way, thank you all so much for following my playthrough of Steins Gate, My Darling's Embrace. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now!